Morning after morning, there was the sea, there was the sky, and that was all, unbroken, except for where they met at the horizon. A thin, blue, misty line in a perfect circle whose boundaries bobbed and shifted with us so that we were always at its heart. With all the properties of a mirage, it simmered in the hazy heat, beckoning, promising, flirting with our straining eyes, yielding nothing. There was no comfort. The sun, with all the spiteful fury of hell's fires, consumed us, reducing us to little more than bones of men. Brian has obviously come back. He has obviously survived something pretty horrendous. And he comes back emaciated and exhausted, absolutely emotionally and physically shattered, really. And it becomes clear that he has come unwillingly to a meeting with this girl, who he has something to say to her, but he doesn't want to say it. And both of them are distraught, really. Neither of them are in their rational minds. So something horrific has happened to both of them.
That, Sarah, is the bell from the Sithonia ship. Not actually the ship that went down, but a subsequent ship named the Sithonia. To somebody like me at 19, the whole thing was simply an adventure. At 19, you're immortal, aren't you? I mean, you're never going to die at 19. We were bringing in parts for aircraft and tanks and so forth, and food. We were not looked upon as a fighting force. I mean, I had sort of was walking a rather thin line. I didn't really want to take up arms because I was a Quaker and we were anti-war, but I did want to do what I did.
Both of them have loved Joe. Brian loves him as a friend and as a brother, and Maggie obviously was going to marry him, so they're sort of connected by him, and they can't, neither of them can throw that off. Because I think at the heart of it, the heart of the novel, I think it's Joe's love. They're two people who are absolutely destroyed by circumstance, really. Obviously that did happen to lots of people at that time. They were just as much emotional and loving beings as we are now, and I think in looking back at anybody historically, you assume they don't have the same, there's a distance, and perhaps we assume you don't have the same emotions that we all do, maybe because they didn't talk about it so much, or maybe just because we weren't there.